All right, here we go. Face off for the final set of the evening. Oh, and Scott scores. Right while under on the face off, 1-0. Scott, which I get it. You know, like I said, it's not the best time to change everything. You know, as
Sure.
at the spur of the moment, and some players can do that more so than others. You know, it's typically the players that are more experienced that have kind of.
You've already said to him.
Maybe so. Who knows? Who knows?
Oh, that was great.
Yeah, good little hustle there by Scott. That was it was bad on Speck's part. He had a little lack of focus there. All right, so 4-2.
Man, that skipped some frames.
Nice cut straight. Yeah.
Benefit of having that
4-2.
super mallet. And I think the one that Scott has is a little bit over 4.
Yeah. Nice little cross straight there. Almost made him pay there, but
and
5-4.
If you guys are thinking I'm keeping track of all these crosses, I'm not. I'm sorry.
You know, make Speck go back and rewatch it. Rush that.
Oh, that's a good. That was a
And
good
they're going
solve.
under, right wall under. 6-4 now.
Go off goal.
So I'm seeing, you know, lots of like pump fakes, you know, from Speck here. He got that one to go in, so 6-5. So I'll say this, you know, out there to a lot of people. So, and this is a huge point for Scott if he can get this to go in.
And he does.
There it is, 7-5. Game 1, Scott.
Final shot brought to you by Ruthless Real Estate.
Yeah, so I'll say this, like pump fakes. So when you're thinking about pump fakes, think about quality pump fakes.
Strong.
Good release by
Rival.
Speck. He held that just enough. It wasn't the most accurate shot. It was like in the middle, but yeah, good block. But Speck also rushed it. He's got to take that time, just like he, you know, held that release for that under. He's got to do the same for the straights. Definitely rushed there.
Yeah, definitely rushed.
I mean, when you're going against, you know, a better defender, then it becomes even more obvious. You know, when you make those kind of mistakes. But good shot there. He's up 2-1. He helped him. I do think he kind of underestimated Scott a little bit too, as he ties it 2-2. You know, Speck obviously is capable of beating Scott as he's done it in the last set. Don't think that they're going to just, you know, because I'm the higher ranked player, that they're just going to fold to get on the table with you.
He talks a very high game. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was a good little hustle, kind of cross straight there. All right, 3-3.
That was a good over.
Nice left wall over from the lefty. That got away from him. A score. I think it's when the release is held and it's a delayed release, that's more effective for both of them versus the pump fakes.
I don't know if it's right, but I look for like a twitch or some type of reaction to my motion, and then I commit. If I don't see a reaction, then I follow through.
Yeah, so it's just a matter of, can I react fast enough and quick enough?
Right.
That's a big point right there. 6-4 this game.
Game point
6-5.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
Scott
there you
with those
go.
big
Right wall
defensive
under.
motions, I think, put him out of position to to defend properly right there.
Yeah, yeah. The way he's playing defense there, Scott. I mean, Scott won the first 2 face-offs. Let's see how he does. Hey, won the third.
Spec just gave it to him. And slams it in for first blood. Good block. Nice over.
Right ball over.
Is this
2-0?
both competitors with such determination on their face? Another over for Scott. Scott is here to play. 3-0.
Yep. There's cross straight. 3-1.
I had a button, but Spec took it away.
Another cross. 3-2.
Now Spec's just trying to pad his score.
So it was like 3 charges in a row. Huh.
I think Spec
must have
touched it.
this one.
Yeah. And another over from Scott.
Yeah.
Seems to be working.
Looks like Spec has picked up
another
the
over.
pace of the shot, but ooh, man.
I missed that one.
5-3.
Oh, Gerd.
Oh, charge. 5-4. Another charge. Good possession. Spec going back to that charging kind of attack that he was using earlier. He's kind of gone away from it. He got lucky there, though. Oof.
Game point, Scott. Oh.
Oh, no.
He's going for a love pump, and it just pumped away from him.
Yeah.
Got lucky again.
Yeah.
Scott was off on his bank, and I think Spec made the best of that. Good block. That was a big block right there.
Yeah.
Oh, but then turns around and just stuffs it right back into him. Whew.
Oh my gosh, he almost did it again.
Oh man. Spec is not going down without a fight. There it is.
Oh, got the cross from there. Yep. So huge point there. You know, and he's over there in that far right quadrant. It was very important. He didn't bank it from there.
I think that's what Spec was waiting for.
Oh, there you go. Nice cross. Good delay release. 1-0. And Spec I think he's going to continue the charging attack on his defense. That's another point. 2-0. Another charge.
I think that was an effective feint. Or what's it called? The pump fake?
Yeah, the pump fake.
That was effective in that instance. Wow.
Yeah.
You just cutting and crossing them up.
Yeah. And he's attacking. Well, he missed that one, but well-timed shot by Scott. 3-1.
Yeah, this is replay city.
He took a little off the timing there. Got Spec to come out. Took advantage of the charge.
Yeah, drew the charge. I mean, that if he can do that, I think he can draw the charge out a lot and then exploit his Spec's total defense.
4-2. Another cut straight. 5-2.
I think Spec, the difference, he's found his straight shots, whereas before he wasn't confident with them, and now he's a little bit more accurate and a little bit more confident with them, and it's made the difference.
Yeah, yeah. So you know, this is the dangerous part for Spec, right? So I think like the difference here is he's kind of playing angry to some degree. You know, he's not happy with being down 2-1 in this last set, right? So there's a little bit of like desperation, kind of frustration. You know, he is where he is right now in this match. So he's pushing it. Yep, won by Spec. So last 2 face-offs now won by Spec. Ooh, man, hard right wall. Start off 1-0. And immediately Spec is charging. So he's charging Scott's attack.
Pump fake.
Good right wall under. Answered by a cut straight from Spec. Man, blistering right wall under by Spec to take a commanding 3-1 lead.
That's his best shot, I think, is the right wall under.
He hit it very well that time, that's for sure. More kind of like a, you know, slower, kind of methodical. Up. Nice, got him before he wasn't set. 4-1. Another right wall over by Scott.
So he just took away a big portion of Scott's offense there, blocking that over and the left wall under.
Curl straight. 5-2. It looks like Scott is, you know, attempting to.
Oh, he still got it in.
Under, yeah. And then I think he was attempting to go kind of like a power straight from there, but ended up kind of going over there. Yeah.
Oh.
Yep, cut straight. 6-3 Spec.
Spec just seems to be blocking everything. It's got to be demoralizing for Scott. And then Scott scores on
Oh,
himself.
goodness. Yeah.
Ah, what a bummer.
Well, we got possible match game now in Spec's favor. The 6th one, Spec one. There's that charge again.
It was definitely intense. Oh, cross.
Cross straight.
Ooh.
Yep, another charge. He saved it, almost went in. Yep, a little bit of a delayed release there to help him with get that cut in. Just that little bit will help freeze your opponent. I don't know if he mishit it or what. But both players showing some, you know, little fatigue as Spec pounds that one in. So now 2-1. Oh, goodness. Another unforced error.
It's very
Yeah.
interesting.
Right wall under.
I wonder if
His
Spec
left.
is losing a little bit of his fine control.
Yep. Little cross
Solid
straight.
shot.
Lefty cross, yeah. 3-2, Scott.
Ooh, everywhere but inside the goal.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
makes it up for
Straight.
that.
3-3. If Scott can push this to game 7, anything can happen for sure. There's a nice cross there.
Man,
You know, I think to me, Spec's looking a little fatigued here. You know, second match of the evening, it might be getting to him.
mentally,
Oh,
physically.
there.
I mean, Spec's in the gym every day, so he's not any stranger to physical fitness, but I mean, ooh, just a little touch at the very end gave him the angle he needed.
Yep.
Good blocks from
another
Scott.
Lefty cross straight. All right, let's see if Spec can answer here. He's down 5-4.
And he does.
He does. 5-5.
This is huge.
Okay.
Scott needs a big defense. Ooh.
Oh my goodness.
That's what he
Charge
did
for
not
match point
need.
5. In the blink of an eye. Another charge. Ends up with the possession. Oh my goodness. Good release.
Bad position. He needs big defense here.
Ooh. Oh my goodness.
So intense. And Spec
Oh my
scores on
gosh,
himself.
so
Match
scores.
point, game point. And it's going to be match point.
Wow. That was a very nice right wander by Spec there to take the match.
Oh, and it doesn't even play the replay. What the flip?
Oh, no.
Too bad.
That's all right.
So Spec wins it. He gets all the points.
That puts you up 3-2. And this last game, it really could have went either way.
Yeah.
But it worked out for you in the end. I really thought it was going to go Game 7. I was kind of hoping for a Game 7.
It might have, you know, if he hit it over.